The Louisiana State Police are investigating a shooting involving city marshals that killed a 6-year-old boy and then critically wounded his father. Christopher Few and his autistic son, Jeremy Mardis, were shot Tuesday after a chase in the central Louisiana town of Marksville. David Begnaud is outside the Marksville Police Department with what police say led to the marshals firing. David, good morning.
Christine, good morning. The Avoyelles Parish coroner says he was told by a crime scene investigator that the 4 marshals were pursuing the driver because there was an outstanding warrant. But this morning, the Louisiana State Police tell us there is no evidence a warrant even exists. 6-year-old Jeremy Mardis was killed by bullets that were intended to stop his father, Christopher Few. According to Louisiana State Police, Few led 4 law enforcement officers on a short pursuit Tuesday night and stopped on a dead-end road.
The initial conversation to my investigators when they arrived was that the vehicle's backing up on them, they feared for their life, and they started firing.
Colonel Michael Edmondson is head of the Louisiana State Police, which is leading the investigation. CBS This Morning has learned as many as 2 law enforcement officers fired nearly 18 rounds at the SUV.
There were a lot of shots fired that night, and they were coming in one direction. There's nothing for us that indicates any fire coming from that SUV. There was no weapon found in that vehicle.
Young Jeremy was hit by 5 bullets in the head and the chest, killing him at the scene. His father was also shot and is hospitalized in serious condition.
He tried to basically get me out of the van.
Megan Dixon says she is engaged to Few. She claims they argued that night outside a local pool hall. Shortly after, she says Few stopped alongside her vehicle at a red light.
Instead of me running him over, I just went around him, and then I heard the sirens.
Dixon believes that interaction may be what caught the attention of the authorities, prompting the law enforcement officers to pursue him. Why were they trying to pull Mr. Few over?
Well, until we speak to those officers, we don't know.
The colonel says at this point, his investigators need more information from those officers involved in that shooting. Does this situation trouble you?
Well, I think the longer it takes for these officers to come forward and give us information, it's more concerning. Come forward, tell us what happened.
At least 3 of the 4 officers involved work full-time for the Marksville City Police Department. The other works full-time for the marshal's office. But at the time of the shooting, we're told by state police they were working a side job for the marshal's office, further complicating exactly whose authority they were operating under. Anthony, this morning we're told there is video from one of the officers that may show the events leading up to the shooting.